Hey guys, it's that van guy, and I'm coming at you with a review video and overall build. So here we go. First off, let's start with the wheels and tires that I'm running currently. So these are Raceline wheels. I'm pretty sure they're 920s. I'm not exactly sure what model they are. They're a 17-inch wheel. I'm pretty sure they're 11 inches wide. And the tires that I'm running are Toyo MT Open Countries. They're a 33-inch tire, so they're, what are they? They're 285/70R17s. So they give a pretty meaty look to the van. Next set of tires, I'm going to go with a 12.5, just so they're a little bit wider. But that's what I'm running currently. Next thing I installed were some tow mirrors. These are pretty sweet. If you're getting a van, they're basically a must-do. The factory mirrors have terrible visibility. No, I don't need to necessarily roll around with them pulled out all the time, but I honestly think it looks better. Obviously, since this van is running a 33-inch tire and doesn't really have any rub issues, I must be running a pretty decent sized lift. And you'd be right making that assumption, being that it is a 6-inch Action Van suspension lift. They're out of California. They're an awesome company, and I haven't had any problems whatsoever with their lift kit. I have a 6-inch lift spring in the front, and I just have blocks and extended U-bolts in the rear. Eventually, I'm going to swap the coils in the rear, but this is my setup right now. Of course, I tinted my back windows with 5% tint, and I did my side window with 5% tint, so it's black as it can be, or that I can make it anyways with the tint that I can buy. People ask me a lot about my mint stickers. I had my local friend Dylan Rose make them for me. They're pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure this mint sticker is something ridiculous, like 52 inches by 22 inches. 22 inches was the tallest that he could make them with his machine, but I think it looks perfect. Next, we can move on to the taillights. I actually really like these taillights. I got them off Amazon for $70 for the two of them, and I'll turn them on right now and you can see why I like them. So traditionally, the whole taillight area is filled with red, and this just basically cuts it off to just a circular part of the lens, and then it has a side port for side visibility. And I basically tinted everything basically to the point of black spray paint, except for this red ring. I left this a little bit more transparent. So yeah, I overall really like the look of them. I think they improved the look of the van immensely. Now that we did taillights, I'm going to show you my headlights. I also got these online. I got these on eBay for $100 for the pair of them. They're LED rose. They're incredibly bright, and I'll turn them on for you right now. These are the low beams. Ridiculously bright. If I can get it to focus. There we go. So those are the low beams. These are the high beams. It fills all 3 rows. Very bright. Right behind this massive stinger is my grill. This grill is actually a budget special. I made it with chicken wire that I got from Lowe's for like 10 bucks, and it really upgraded the look of the van. It has a little bit more depth to it. It almost looks like a black hole. I really like it. But yeah, it's just double layered and self-tapered all the way around. Another question I get a lot is where I got my bumpers from. So I actually went and bought a Harbor Freight pipe bender, and we have a welder down at the shop. This is really the first thing that I welded, so the welds are actually pretty crappy, but they're strong, and that's really all that matters. Next time I paint it, I am going to grind them all down completely and clean it up a ton. But yeah, I basically just took so I took 2 sticks and bent them, and I jointed them onto a plate here, which you can kind of see, and then I have this flat plate to fill in that I attached my stinger to. So yeah, it's really unique. I haven't really ever seen a van with a bumper like this, and I like it. Next thing I added pretty recently were the fender flares. Well, I got this lawn divider at Lowe's and some 90-degree brackets, and I basically self-tapered it to the bottom and used rivets and a drill gun to attach them there in the front. And in the rear, it's a bit more extensive, lots of 90s and no self-tappers. So yeah, it's a little bit haggard, but I like it. So next thing that I made for the van was this rear bumper. It needs a new coat of paint on it. I'm going to sand it down and rhino line it, but besides that, it's pretty mint. So it's a 1/4 inch wall. Pretty sure it's a 2x6 piece of square tubing. I guess it's rectangular. Then I put some roll cage tubing on top of that and bent it to the contour. And I welded some 90-degree flaps here and put some weld in it for grip when you step on it. So it's pretty decent. DIY off-road bumper, looks pretty mint. Next thing is probably one of the more badass things on the vehicle. It's the roof rack. It's 11 foot 6 inches long, so it's monstrous. Right now I just have it set up on 2 of my mounts that I cut out on the water jet. They're pretty slick. It's definitely one of the nicer roof rack mounting setups that I've ever seen, and I'm stoked about it. So yeah, it's a huge basket. I'll go up above it and do a little pan shot just so you guys can see it. Of course, no vehicle is complete without a good sticker list. I started these on the driver and passenger door. Got my Spank Pivot Cycle stickers, Mint stickers, more Pivot Cycles. Got my Bilstein, Crank Brothers, Action Van, Duragrip, Glock Sig. Got my Standard Gear USA, Hoonigan, and Jim's Plumbing Racing, along with my thin blue line flag. It's definitely the most important one because it keeps me from getting pulled over. So last but not least on the van is the lights. I have 8 HID off-road lights that I got off Amazon. I got all 8 of them for $250 on a clearance special. So it's pretty rad. They're bright. I'll turn them all on for you guys. Now in the interior, I just have a Kenwood, pretty basic deck. Got 2 Rockford 6x9 speakers built into the center console. 2 Pioneer 5x7 OEM replacements in the doors. And I have 2 Rockford Fosgate 12-inch subs in the rear, which I will show you guys here soon. I did an LED conversion in the factory overhead map light. And then I added 2 LED lights on the ceiling back there and a rear seat. So yeah, it's nothing too extensive. I have my switches for the lights. Let's see, I'm trying to get good lighting here. Switches for the lights here and here. And I have my fan switch right here. So that's pretty sweet. Anyways, that's pretty much the interior. I'm going to run around to the back and show you guys what I have going back there. So here in the back are my 2 Rockford Fosgate subs. And then I built these cabinets that run along the base. This one just has a standard carpeted door that I can open up. I have a sleeping bag and pillow inside of here. On the other side, I have the full thing carpeted with a latch there that opens straight up and a latch over there. And this Bosch toolbox has an air mattress in it. So that's pretty sweet. Over here I've got a go bag with a few MREs, emergency shovel, water, road flares, all the important stuff. Where in here, box underneath, I have basically everything that I kind of use. I have reg, torch, air mattress pump, chains, come-alongs, jumper cables, hammer, crescent wrench, tow strap, small toolkit, basically all the essentials that you'd need if you got stuck out on the trail. Plus my high lift jack, which is probably one of my favorite get unstuck tools ever. As you can see, this is my rear seat. I bought this online, brand new. It came with mounts. I had to drill holes in my floor to mount it. It's pretty interesting. I got this thing as a fully stripped cargo van, so I put in all the carpets, the ceiling carpets that you can kind of see, and the carpets run all the way up to the factory mats up front in front of the rear seat. So yeah, that's basically the full van tour. I love my Hoonigan sticker too. It's probably one of my favorite things. So one of my favorite things about the van is the exhaust. It's a true dual from the headers with an X pipe. Each pipe is 2 1/4 inches. They both come out here right before the back right tire. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a sound clip. About to hear my buddy Logan's GTI.
Lowered, bro.
So low.
Hella fitment, bro.
It's so flush. That's actually pretty cool. Definitely not expecting that at all. So that was the end of this review video. Like I said, the exhaust is probably one of my favorite things. One of the things that I can't tell you guys or show you guys right now is how smooth this thing rides off-road. That's probably the most impressive thing. But once all this snow melts, I'll have some off-roading clips to come. So you guys can look forward to that. And for now, peace out. See ya.